Tomorrow I should be doing my two videos on diet. The one will be, is diet soda good for you? And I'm going to answer the questions about diets. It's going to be similar to my one. I'm going to answer questions about diet soda and whether or not it's actually good for you. And also, it'll be similar somewhat to my one in defense of aspartame, but it's going to be in defense specifically of diet soda and diet, as they say in England, fizzy drinks. The other one will be about an anabolic diet and what is an anabolic diet, how to use an anabolic diet to prevent sarcopenia and to reverse muscle wasting and to treat obesity. So, let's get into this. Okay, so this is going to be about how the narcissists and the gang stalking folks, see what gang stalking is it's basically a group of narcissists. They may or may not know each other. In my case, I'm almost positive they do know each other. And they are following a script. This is not uncommon. The more I've actually looked into this, the more I see that it's common that they'll repeat. Numerous people from numerous parts of the world, or apparently numerous parts of the world. See, that's the thing with the internet, is it allows people the anonymity to attack you from afar with a fake identity or no identity, and to cover their tracks and pretend like they're from New Zealand when they're really from the corner. You know, it's so it's common, but they have no morality. And people might wonder, why did I get so worked up about that chick from Argentina in the past? She ain't talking to me anyway, and I'm sure it probably wouldn't offend her, but I don't like talking about this because it's not really my place, but I'm going to do it anyway. She's not talking to me. She's not in my life. She's probably not going to see this video. But she has something that used to be called Asperger's and is now called autism spectrum disorder. And what's so messed up about this is these gang-stalking flying monkeys were pretending for months. Now, mind you, these people say the same exact things, regardless of whether they're pretending to be from Argentina, Australia, etc. Some of them even revive their accounts after I shut them up. They'll take their account down and put it back up with the same name. One of them is Charlie Marmite. But the thing is, it seems as though these people are either hired or paid to attack people over the internet, like the Israeli Mossad has. They basically do that. They have part of their army attacks people that are anti-Israeli. And that's just what their job is. But there are also probably gang stalkers for hire. I wouldn't doubt if people put ads in Craigslist. I haven't looked in Craigslist in like 2 decades, but I wouldn't doubt if that's even a probable thing. I mean, we know that protesters, jobs for protesters have been in Craigslist. Isn't this basically the same thing? But ultimately, what I want to point out is these people knew full well this girl's limitations and her issues. So for literally about a year, they laid into me, pretending to be her parents, to get me to lash out. And I did. I never essentially, it was like Satan with Job, where God takes away everything Job has and tries to get Job to renounce God. They tried very, very hard to get me to attack this girl. And eventually I did. Not in a nasty way, because I'm not a complete prick, and I do have some morality. But it was to the point where I did say something. And it was sad, because I should not have done that. But the fact of the matter is, for them to know that this girl had the limitations she had, full well know it, okay? Because my friend, my so-called friend that I was talking to, that was obviously feeding them information, also knew that this girl had autism. And when I explained on the phone, I almost got him to break the one time. I explained on the phone, I go, do you understand the differences between her limitations and my limitations? Because this is supposedly his speciality, is child developmental disorders, like Asperger's or autism spectrum disorder. And the thing is, unfortunately, I will never know what happened to this chick because she's not talking to me. I don't know if she's in a catatonic state from all the nonsense that was caused by these people, by pretending to be her parents and pretending to be her family and pretending to be her friends and pretending to be concerned citizens and pretending to be all this other nonsense. And, and what's really sad is she did tell me flat out, she said, I don't know these people. And she asked them to stop. And I didn't believe her. I didn't believe that that was possible, because it seems like what happened is that these people are so pervasive that they just swarm the internet looking for everything on their target. And they found out everything about her, and they knew that they could use her against me. But the one thing that they don't know, I don't think, she was done with me long before they started turning up the heat. And that's what's funny, is they probably think they got her to stop talking to me. No, they didn't. They probably got her from talking to me again, but initially she gave up on talking to me, and I don't know why. It might have been because she was tired of me saying I was coming down and stuff coming up in my life and me not showing up down there. It could be because she found somebody else. It could be because she didn't think I could understand, the limitations that she has. It could be any number of those things, and things that aren't even mentioned, things I couldn't possibly imagine. It could be anything. But the fact of the matter is, it was not them that actually successfully got her to stop talking to me. It was her that stopped talking to me by her own choice, and that's what's funny. So they didn't succeed. Now, they can accuse me of stalking her and all this other stuff. To this day, since she's told me to leave her alone, which was when she said, not as brash, she wasn't brash with me. She just basically said that we needed to stop talking permanently. She didn't give me a good reason why, and it was right before I was coming down, so it was very confusing to me. But that was before I started learning about autism and learning about her limitations and certain personality issues and things like that. So it's still, look, Eliana, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I am very sorry for how I treated you. But ultimately, what people don't grasp, or what these people don't grasp, is they were not successful in getting her to stop talking to me. That was her choice. They didn't have a role in that. They can think they did, but they didn't. Okay, and if they did play a role in that, if they did take advantage of this girl's limitations because they're asses, then that just shows how horrible they are. But the one thing they did know, the whole time they were pushing this, trying to get me angry at her, knowing that I have anger problems, and knowing that she has Asperger's, or autism spectrum disorder, knowing both situations, they poked and prodded and tried to get me to lash out at her for over a year. Until I did. And again, I controlled myself with her. Why? Because I actually do care about her and I respect her as an intellectual. Okay, that is the actual reason why. And then, they'd do everything. One of my favorites was they were trying to accuse me of pedophilia. But what was so bizarre is when I got them to admit that she was 24 years old, that didn't even stop them. They just kept going. But the thing is, that's how pervasive they are. They try to find out everything they can on their target and everything they can on the targeted individual, other people that are being targeted. And for all I know, they've communicated with her family and lied about me. They communicated with her and lied about me. I doubt that. I don't think she'd play that game because initially, she did tell them to stop it. That is the truth. And I had thought that it was maybe an ex-boyfriend of hers, maybe a parent of hers. They claimed to be her parents a couple times. And the thing is, I got to thinking, as far as I know, her dad told me off a couple times, and he told me off in the Espanol. I think he no hablo the inglés at all. So the more I think about it, the more I'm pretty sure that it was not her parents. That and the fact that they said the same things. Sometimes they'd intersperse it with bad Spanish or broken Spanglish or broken English to try and convince me that it was them. that it was, her family or her friends from Argentina, when it clearly wasn't. And then on top of that, what was funny is, and no, I'm not cutting you in. If I ever start a taco chain in South America called Senor Taco the Big Heads, which was one of the insults that I was called, I'm not cutting you in. No. Senor Taco the Big Heads is mine, man. But anyway, that's the crap. They keep trying to poke and prod and everything. And they have no morality. They don't care if that girl got hurt by what they did. They don't care if she's in a catatonic state. They don't care if she may have lost her job because of that. I don't know anything about it. And the thing is, it's because, like I said, when she said to leave her alone, basically, more or less, I did leave her alone. That's the truth. I didn't make up any goofy accounts to try and spy on her or anything like that. So I really have no clue what's going on in her life. I hope she's well. I'm not trying to talk to her because she clearly does not want to talk to me, or she'd be talking to me. But the fact of the matter is, they were not the ones that were successful at having her not talk to me. Unfortunately, I was. But that's the truth. These people have no morality, no sense of decency. They will use anything they can to harm their targeted individual. They will do anything they possibly can, even if it means destroying the life of an innocent person that they don't even know. And that's what infuriates me so badly, is knowing what this girl had going on with her, the neurological issues that she had, and then still pushing me, knowing full well my anger issues. Luckily, I was under enough control of myself not to lash out in a loony way. And also what kept me from doing that is I really do care about the girl. That's not a joke. That's a genuine thing. I do care about her, whether I ever see her or not. But it's neither here nor there because she's not talking to me. But it does show that these people, I mean, I don't believe in good or evil. But if I was to believe in evil, this would be the closest thing to evil. These people are the kind of people that would, that could kill. They could probably kill children and not think twice if it gave them pleasure. It's not about coming out on top. What they're doing to me doesn't help them come out on top. It might help them come out on top emotionally because they have very bad inferiority complexes, which they're compensating for by trying to tear me down. But it's not about winning, because they're not winning anything by doing what they're doing. The only thing they're doing is trying to build themselves up at my expense, but it doesn't work now. Now that I know who they are, it's not going to work. But that does show, the situation that I just explained in this video, does show how immoral and without mercy these people are.